sound is up. Okay. I just got to do the usual stuff. And then we'll get going. Oh, I got to go back a minute. Leather Fantasy Gorget, how to make armor. I've done one of those before, but I'm going to save that one. I made one with goat hide and stuff and was pretty cool for my daughter years ago. And she's worn it quite a few places, but I had to save that one. Okay. And we have sound. That's good. All right. So edit this. Sorry, this is always the putziest part of these things. There. There's got to be some easier way. You know, I'm filming on the tablet, so I can't use YouTube's live stuff on the computer. And it's just such a pain in my tuchus. It really is. Bump up the sound. Go over to Facebook. Facebook. Facey book. Do what I ask of you, Facebook. Yes, I'm weird. You must do as I command, Facebook. Okay, now I'm getting away from Facebook. All right, and we will go over to the Twitter. Okay, and get away from that, and then there's going to be one more. And I can't spell. Well, oh well. Bugger me. My own Discord. Oh, I can share stuff on there. Oh, Omegon was live on Twitch. Cool beans. And huh. Okay. There. Get away from Discord. We're here. Hi, Mudbrooker. Hi, Celeste. Got all my sharing stuff done. So today gonna work some more on the little dragon, and just trying to get things done. I did get the resin on the horse rock and it came out pretty nice. Nice and shiny. It's not going anywhere for a while. And then I tried to resin a couple of tiles that I'm going to paint on and put up for sale. And I think I maybe have to do one more coat because there's some holes in the tiles. I want to be able to paint right over top of it. But I got these tiles at the thrift store for like $1.99 for 6 of them. I was like, they were great. But then this one decided the resin was going to stick to the plastic tray I had it on, so that one will probably just stay here, and maybe I'll put it up in my own kitchen, or my landlord's kitchen, I should say. But, yeah, if I'm painting them, it's not going to cost me much to do a backsplash, and I don't think he'd complain. But otherwise, not too much going on. I thought I had almost enough shifts this week to keep my health insurance, because HR, of course, sent me a threatening email saying if you don't get your 30 hours in, you're going to lose your health insurance. And I'm like, this wasn't my fault. So then all of a sudden I had the shifts, and now I don't again. So, yeah, that's going well. So I figured I'm going to at least get some painting done, or crafting and Minecraft, and got lost in Life in the Woods. I'm so far down deep in this old abandoned mine, I have no clue where I am. So I may not be streaming Life in the Woods for a little bit till I find my way out. It was pretty bad. I'm like, I am such a dork. I swear. So, other than that, not a whole lot going on. I went over to the food shelf today, and it turned out that they're closed on Fridays. So, and I'm playing telephone tag with a potential employer. They keep calling me. I miss the call. I call them. They miss the call. Back and forth we go. So, you know, it's a thing. Oh, I'm so far down, I'll come out somewhere, I imagine, but it's not going to be up to the surface if I start tunneling straight. So I'm just making my way back through, harvesting what things I can, and, you know, which is why I went down there. So today we're going to work on the little one. I don't even know what her name is going to be yet. I was thinking Henrietta, but we'll see what her face ends up looking like and stuff. And yeah, she'll still have some flexibility, and little girl needs legs today, hopefully. But I want to get the face worked on first so I can figure out what's happening with the rest of her. So yeah, oh, the Townsends are going live right now too, and 630 watching. Well, they got a great channel though. It's fantastic. So we're gonna get some music going. Yeah, so flip this around. Yeah, there's a dead pony on my table. All right, now I have to remember to get this thing out of my way, otherwise I'm going to bonk my head into it repeatedly, which is what I did last time. But it looks like, yeah, I think that'll be okay. You guys are going to kind of see from a weird angle at that point, but, you know, I move the pieces around a lot anyway. So anyway, for anybody new, I am using just wool roving in different colors. This is just your fluffy stuff. Whoops. You can actually needle felt cat hair or dog hair if you really wanted to. And I have different tools that I use. This tool holds 3 needles at once. This one holds 1. You see these needles are pretty nasty looking. That's because they kind of are. They're really painful when they go in your fingers. See, yeah, they're barbed. And they got a triangular tip there that you can see. What these do is when you have animal hair, even human hair under the microscope, it looks scaly. And that's because the keratin does form scales. So the barbed needle will actually lock those scales together and you can form shapes from that wool roving. I'm hoping the light is okay. I got the window open, or the shade open, so there, that's a little better. So, not drinking it today, but you know, every live art stream has to have Bob Ross positive energy. When you need positive energy, there's always Bob Ross. And yeah, at some point I'm going to open this thing, but today I have a glass of water with me, and I also have adrenaline shock, which I bought because I wanted to try it. Sugar-free, this one's peach mango, but they have one that's cotton candy and it's really good. But there's none of that guarana or stuff like that, and it's just B vitamins and magnesium and potassium and caffeine, and it's not that bad. It was on sale because it's a new product. I thought I'd try it. The cotton candy one I think is better. It actually tastes like cotton candy, but otherwise just a glass of water here, and that's what I'm drinking today. So we're gonna try to figure out this little girl's face, which I'm not even really sure how I'm doing this. So I have shaped her completely with just the needles, which I did in the last live stream, in case anybody doubts me, because, well, YouTube, you know, people are that way, but yeah, I don't like the feel of that needle. This one's a little bit sharper. These needles are different sizes. And so I just want to make sure that, you know, I have one that has the right feel to it for what I'm doing. I switch back and forth depending on what I plan. Unlike my 5-footer that I'm working on right now, the one that's in the thumbnail for this live stream, Bartholomew is wired, so he's more posable than this one will be. I haven't done any more with the pencil portrait I'm trying to draw of Callie from Life of a Free Spirit. Just because the shift I was on the other night, the room was a little dark. Plus, I was pretty busy. I hadn't been with that patient for a few years. And so, you know, trying to relearn everything and make sure I get all my shift work done and all that stuff. So I didn't draw. But I can. You know, I'm sitting there making sure people breathe, and I have to stay awake at night, so I bring stuff to do. Her eyes are glass. The last episode, I inset the eyes right on camera. So if you feel like going back, I'm probably going to do, I'm thinking a video on how to set eyes into a needle felt. Oh, I haven't tried the ginger one. I'm not a fan of Monster. There's just something really artificial to the taste. And this one actually isn't. I was pretty surprised. And regardless how much meat I eat or bee supplementation I take, I always tend to be anemic. And so years ago, my doctor was like, you know, go ahead. I just have to watch it because, you know, it'll raise blood pressure, but it was keeping my B levels up, so can't complain about that too much. Let's see if I can get that some more depth in here. I like this one because without the guarana and the taurine, I don't get the crash. Because I've tried the cotton candy one and I lasted a night at work without feeling like I was gonna die. Hi, Mandy. The needles are really cheap. I got 100 of them for $12. And the problem isn't the sharpening, it's after a while they break. They just snap right off. So, not fun. I think I'm gonna lengthen her nose out just a little bit, but I still want it rounded. Thank you, Mandy. Making just a little red one. She's a cutie. She will be a cutie. I want her face shape to almost be a little more toothless, like, you know. He's my favorite movie dragon. I have to admit, well, I can't forget Smough. But I don't know, there's just something about Toothless that he's just so bloody adorable. And he's a little on the badass side too, you know. And tomorrow before work, I'll probably live stream Dragon Coast Minecraft. I'm going pretty light touches right now because I just want to lock this to the under layer and get a general shape in. Still trying to shape at the same time. Oh, I hope I didn't wake hubby up. I think I did. Okay, she's gonna have little flaps over the nostrils. So we're gonna do that quick. Let's get the bigger tool out. They don't have to be the same size. Okay. Okay, so let's get a little black, and we're going to set nostrils in. Should have some black up here. Nope. Here we go. Oh, come on. Sometimes I honestly gotta wet your fingers to do shapes. Like if I do anything that looks corded, I'll wet my fingers and roll the stuff in between my fingers. That might be a bit much. Sorry about the knuckle cracking, guys. I got to a point I couldn't move my fingers for a moment there. Yay, joints. And I got that in the wrong spot, so I got to fix it. There we go. That's better. That's okay. Give better light a little bit till the daylight shifts outside the window. Too far back. And make sure that's set in there so it looks like a nostril. There we go. Right, and the other one. Actually, let's get a little bit more of the... I dropped it. I dropped my mulberry. There we go. Got it. Well, there's not much of it left. So it's going to be just for accents. Because there's very little of that color left. Of course, I might have it packed away, but who knows? Give her a little head detail. go. That works. I'm gonna, she's got almost a little bit never-ending story type dragon thing happening here. I know one thing I'm gonna have to do is tighten that up a bit right here. It's a little too much play. Will tighten up more when I get the red, but in the meantime, so I just hold her into place and then stabby, stabby, and eventually she starts taking that position. Hi, Lee. Welcome to my live stream. This time I'm just mixing a little red and black together. In part because I'm running out of the, I have like this much mulberry left. That's it. So I figured go just a little different color down her face, so we're going to switch over to the red and black. Let's see, do I want to twist that? Yeah. Okay, something I got to do there. Trim her nose hairs. I did say that. I had to trim her nose hairs. Ugh, too many nose hairs. Okay, now let's work on the lower jaw. Actually, let's make sure that's a little more solid. As you can see, she's going to have some flexibility even without being wired on the inside. All right, now we're going to take that little last bit of mulberry and I'm going to mix that with black. And mixing it, I'm just tearing it repeatedly. If you're doing large quantities to mix custom colors, there are wool carders. I have both handheld and a machine carder. And once I get some of my alpaca washed, because I have a hide from an alpaca named Dolly. Not a hide, but a shearing. Dolly's still alive and well. But I'm going to have to card that after I wash it, and it's such a huge quantity that I really need to use the machine carder. So I have one by a company named Brother. It's handmade, and I will do a video when I am ready to do that one. But for small amounts, if you're just playing around with colors, just tearing and re-tearing and slowly blending them together is going to do you a lot of good. So that's all I'm doing here. And I'm going to throw a little teensy bit of the red in there too. I don't like to have just flat colors. I don't want to give her that much of an overbite either, so let's go a little white first. Just extending her lower jaw a little. Amanda here in chat has seen my dragons up close. She is my face painting partner at Pagan Pride. I used to say she was my apprentice, but she's coming into her own, so she's my partner, not my apprentice. She was an apprentice for a little while. She's getting her own style and doing her own thing, and she's doing it, so I couldn't have anybody better. Well, maybe my own daughter, but Mandy's family. I consider her part of the business. But that's a volunteer event anyway, so we just, when we do it, we make tips only. But they end up being a lot of tips. And we get a lot of kids and adults to paint on, so it's a lot of fun. Actually, I kind of like the shape that's taking. So let's go that way. Yeah, get my finger out of the way. Oh, that could have been bad. That could have been an ow. Trying to get in there. There we go. There. Getting it. Woohoo. All right. We'll go with a little bit more black on the inside of the mouth before I start doing the outside. Like my other dragons, she will have tongue sticking out a little bit. I started watching the 3rd season of Castlevania. I love that Netflix one. It's so good. The first season, they were so true to the game. So I have the game for my Game Boy Advance. Yes, I do have one. I actually have 2 of them. And the cables to connect them together, they work. I have a ton of games. And I have the Nintendo DS as well, the DSi actually. We still have a PlayStation 1, we have a PlayStation 2. But I had fun playing Castlevania. I still got stuck though, I couldn't, never made it to the boss and then started playing on my phone. That's shameful. Very, very shameful. But yeah, Netflix did a fantastic job. They've, I know you can't see for a moment here, I apologize. They are very true to the game, but they made such a developed story around it. It's just really wonderful. Gory, violent, lots of swearing. Trevor's kind of pulling the Geralt thing, you know, except Trevor's thing isn't baths, it's beer. Well, I'm sorry, from The Witcher, Geralt gets into all these gross things. I'd be in the tub all the time, too. Just he looks better. Oh, outside of Doctor Strange, Feather might have another character crush there. I'm gonna crush on characters, doggone it. Wonder Woman, Geralt, Doctor Strange. Trying to think of who else. Lucifer. God, that's bad. Kind of the bad boys. Except for Wonder Woman, of course. I think probably Molly from Harry Dresden, too. From the Dresden Files. Gothic chick thing going on there. Yeah. Yes, I'm really watching where I'm placing these needles right now. There we go. Now I'm getting the depth in there. Huzzah. It's about time. I'm creating that poor creature. Thank you, Anna. Welcome. Welcome, Delth. Oh, Celeste. You're gonna have my husband over there. You know that. You're making shepherd's pie. My husband will come and raid your house. It's so funny. No matter where we go, he has to try other restaurants' shepherd's pie. And then he always compares them to mine. But it's like one of his favorite things. The one thing I haven't made for him yet is I do a fisherman's pie. So you're using salmon instead of lamb and burger together. And that's what I do to get the extra fat in the lamb, is I do lamb and hamburger mixed. But I've made the fisherman's pie before, and it came out really, really good. But my ex-husband never liked it. Like I said, I do a mix lamb and beef together. Oh, gosh, Celeste, that sounds good. Yep, you caught hubby's attention. The magic words, shepherd's pie. We're having bratwurst tonight and bacon mac and cheese. And I don't know for veggies yet. But our local Hy-Vee has got some fabulous bratwursts. And I bought them when they were on sale for $1 each. And no, they were 75 cents each when I bought them. And like, I think tonight the package is maple bacon. Really good. Really, really good. It's a local business. I don't know why. It always, when you start streaming, it'll ask you a location or something. So when it pops up different businesses in my area, I just highlight one of the businesses. I don't even know what Ada Jane is. I probably should look it up. But like, there's another one, Hispanic-based business nearby that they do printing and stuff, I guess. But Ex Dios Productions I usually have up here, but it didn't show up this time. I figured, why not? Support the local peoples, you know. Like, some years we have like our national night out, you know, where they have police helping with events and stuff. And so I'll face paint for my local area because they always have like small block parties. They're just trying to promote helping out the neighborhood type thing, you know. That's a little too much black there. Let's do a little bit more red in that. Oh. Well, hey, that might be why they're recommending only certain things, because since it's an art stream, YouTube's picking out local art business, or some other time I get a photography business. I don't know what it is, but seems I'm picking up every little piece of something here. Okay, we're gonna go into the darker red. I could just see it though. The local business gets a call and somebody wants them to do something for, how'd you find out about us? Well, I was watching this artist stab a dragon on YouTube and sounds pretty terrible, actually. Okay, I really do need to see if I have more of that mulberry, because this is bugging me. Look in my bag of scraps here. Various purples in here. Another scrap of red. Oh, I forgot I have a lot of pink in here too. Planning on sculpting another pony, so I don't know what color yet. I have the gold too, so. Bugger me. Nope, that's not it. There's my eyelash yarn. I think that would be too cheesy. But this is what I use. I got this at the thrift store too for like $1. And you just cut little tiny pieces apart and you can make eyelashes for anything out of them. Oh, those sound good, Mudbrooker. I don't have any more mulberry. Shoot. That was the last of it. Well, I got it in the spot I wanted anyway. I have a little bit of this. Let's see which one's going to work better. This, that color, no. I need to get more over top of this heart. I think I'm going to line her lips with the darker red, maybe. So I'm going to go a lighter red for her tongue. Oh, nope, that's red. Oh, that sounds good, Mudbrooker. That sounds really good. And that little bit of blending actually made it look a little closer to the mulberry. I'm gonna have to try to find more of that color. I think that was out of scraps I got from the thrift store though. When I first started needle felting years ago, it was because I found a bag of wool scraps, odds and ends colors. And I'm like, hey, I'm gonna give this a try. There's gotta be some videos on YouTube from some of the Asian cooks on how to do it. All right. I'm shaping her chin now. Okay. And I gotta get a little more red in there. I got some weird stuff on this playlist. Okay. I still got to get this a little more hollowed in here. Olympia? Well, I've decided, Celeste, I was thinking about it earlier today when I send your care package out, I'm also going to have something in there for Karma. To make some jewelry, and maybe mom and daughter might have a matched set. Don't know yet. Probably. Let's see if I have more than one of the pendant that I'm thinking of. Alrighty. Loompa. Mudbrooker? Mudbrooker, you belong at my house because that was a get out of my head moment. Oh. Ooh, that came dangerously close. Well, she's going to have teeth in here too, so. Actually, I kind of like that little bit of extra white in there. Oh, yes. My live chats always get weird. And I love it so much. There we go. I'm trying to add some more sculptural detail. There we go. I go inward just a little bit more with her mouth. Not quite satisfied with her mouth. Boy, that sounded bad. I know what I'm gonna do in there. A nice Chianti and some fava beans. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, this is where I cheat a little bit. Some dragons I make tongues from scratch, but this point I am going to just cut one out of the felt fabric that I've got. I'm going to do this before the teeth. I should go a little bit more. Orange would stick out. Okay, never mind. Mind change. Celeste. Your house sounds as confusing as mine. Okay, let's go with this one instead. I think that color works better. So I'm going to do the tips separate. Trim the tongue hair. We don't want her to have a hairy tongue. All right, then I felt from here down so that it forms one solid piece. And carefully at that. Flip it over, lock the fibers in better. I might have to get a new felting mat. Because this one's starting to leave pieces, and I'm not a fan of that. Okay. So there we go. Let's actually trim some of that tongue fuzz. Yeah, hubby, scare the cats before I go and trim their claws tonight. Talking about me trimming tongue fuzz to the cats. And everybody needs claw trimming tonight. Yay, not my favorite. Okay. Now the other thing I wanted to do, I'm going to get a little bit of red or white. I'm not red, white. White, that's the color. And going to make her some teeth. This is where you have to get the wool a little bit wet. And then the single needle. Crap. Well, they won't be pointy. Oh yeah, that came out pointy. Hi, Cass. Thank you. Thank you for popping in, Cass. And thank you for the compliment. Have a great night. All right. Try this again. Ooh, I just about grabbed that needle tool by the wrong end. That would have caused a lot of pain on my part and blood and probably a little demonetization from YouTube. Yeah, this is a little hard to get pointy teeth in on this scale. If I had the wherewithal, I'd sculpt a bunch of teeth from epoxy sculpt and glue them in. Oh, the one tooth came out better than the other. Bugger, bugger, bugger. Oh, I'm not going to say that anymore. Crapola. Crapola. Actually, crapola is a brand of granola sold in Minnesota. And one of the things that they brag about is that it helps keep you regular. I'm not joking. But I don't want YouTube to suddenly decide that the B word is something bad and I can't get that tooth to do what I want. Shoot. The other one went in just fine, but not this one. Poor little girl's got a deformed tooth. That's a little better. And I'm going to get a couple teeth this way too. Oh, I have epoxy sculpt. I can make them too. I was just being lazy. But I think I know what I'm going to do here, so. I don't know where Crapola brand granola's from. But it's supposed to keep you regular, doggone it. I took a photo of it. I should post it back on my YouTube community tab just for fun. How to disturb your audience. All right. Might be, it probably is Brainerd or something. The worst part is it tastes like it, the name says it all. It's bad. I'm going to try a different tactic with her two front teeth here. So just working it and then folding it. Making a small piece of fabric. Then, if I cut that in two, trim some of the fuzz off her teeth. Ew, brush your teeth. Ugh. I think it's driving the cats that they can hear crazy that they can hear me on hubby's computer in the other room and hear me in here. That's one. And she's gonna have to have bottom teeth too. Yeah, that's about what she's saying. I was kind of perturbed last time we did Pagan Pride. We had two booths, and the one was my face painting booth, and it's right next to our sales booth. And some guy was there with his kid at the face painting booth, and I was sitting on a bench nearby having food because I, hadn't had a food break the whole day. So I had okay, am I still here? Got all my sharing stuff done. 30 hours in, you're gonna lose your health insurance, and I'm back? Okay. All right. You can see me on the camera and everything? Let's see, I got sound? Yep, okay. Awesome. Looks like I have video too. I don't know what happened. Anyway, good. Yeah, I was able to see her too, so that helped. Sweetie, I can't hear what you're shouting. Live chat's still going, so type it if you have to. Anyway, I was saying I had my dragon Cecil sitting on top of a hand-painted sign that I have on one of the easels outside of the booth, and it was up against this tree. Okay. Oh, epoxy sculpt, I have lots of it. But anyway, at Pagan Pride, I'm sitting and I'm eating, and I'm on a bench, a little bit away from my booth, but still in front of it. And this guy comes up with his little kid, probably about 4 years old, and he's standing there looking at something, at his phone or whatever, and his kid is jumping up and down trying to knock the dragon off of my sign and off of the easel, and just kept at it, and Dad looked at him and didn't think anything of it or whatever, didn't pay attention, but was looking at his kid and then back to his phone. And I finally said something, and the dad looked at me like I was speaking gibberish. And I'm like, look, I made that, and I don't want your kid breaking it. Thank you. So could you please stop? I was just so annoyed. And people are like that, though, at events. A lot of times it's like going to a thrift store and you go into the toy section and kids are everywhere playing with everything. People tend to forget that this is actual merchandise, and it's not a babysitting session. Ouch. Okay. Guess what? I found the needle. It was right there. I think this I'm just going to do a little row of teeth down. Come on. I get it to cooperate. There we go. That's so weird that my connection did that, because my tablet's on its own phone line. But it looked like we were trying to type birth warming pills or something. Oh, Mudbrooker. That's funny. Let's make that a little smaller and keep my finger out of the way. This is where the pokes are real tiny pokes. Didn't get myself hard enough, though. Not enough blood showing. Actually, none. Just another day for you and me and parasites. That's an ex-boyfriend's fault. The Parasite song. Long time ago. When, what was it, Paradise or whatever with Phil Collins when he did that song? Yeah, back then. I have a type. All lit up for me to be with hubby and hubby's brand of strangeness, which is very similar to mine. Trying to trim oral fluff. I'm very happy with mine. Hubby's what happens when you meet your future partner at a D&D gaming session. I married the DM. And I do it again, too. Oh, gosh, no kidding. Oh, yeah, mine, too. Especially pop mine in some good Renaissance clothing. Oh, yum. Boy, do I have a type. Boy, spending a lot of time on her mouth today. She's a mouthy girl. At least Grampy Lobster's snaggletooth was a little easier because he only had one tooth. Okay, gotta trim the tooth fluff. Not too much. I don't want to cut the teeth out. And then I'm going to do just a little bit more yellow way back in there. Try to give a little hint of fire. Back in there. There we go. All right. Now I got to work here, and we have to shape the underside. Before I do the top of her head. I'll put the horse up here. I was hoping I hadn't mixed the resin wrong because I had to use a larger cup to mix it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this isn't going to work out so good. And it actually worked out. Trying to get that color in there, and I keep getting this little bit of white popping out and just bugs me. All right. Now I'm going to start with some black and hollow here. The brand, is it a brand or is it the amber colored resin? So I thought there was a brand called amber resin, but I don't remember. Oh, yeah, I mean, I've seen it and stuff. I've never used it. I like the clear. Okay, here's where I have to be careful because I need the tool to get the shaping done, but I can't go so deep that the threads come out the other side. Yeah, I think there are food safe colors for the resin too, isn't there? I know one guy, I forgot, he does resin dice and stuff, but I can't remember what channel he is, but he tried dyeing resin with different things like Fruit Loops and all sorts of things, and he had some good results from some of it. Oh, that'd be fun to make some food safe resin weights to sell at craft shows and stuff. That'd be really cool. One thing at a time for me, though. I have too many things at a time. Okay, careful. This is gonna take a little bit here to get that divot in between her jowls. Boy, I made a mess. I have wool everywhere on my floor right now. I did see something. Nah. Probably gonna have to do a little bit more red right here. Create that jowl. Yeah, just a little bit more there. Well, there was a little bit of that mulberry. Whoops. Oh, well. It's in there now. Okay. Now back in to try and fill that in because I don't want the white. I haven't played pool in a long time. And I stunk at it. I was one of those that... My ex-husband was trying to teach me pool. And I hit the white ball. And it jumped off of the pool table and hit him in the groin. He didn't want me to play pool after that. I don't know why. So hilarious, though. I used to be able to do things like buck out a horse, but don't give me a pool table. Although one of the things hubby and I want to do now, since we hold live gaming sessions here, is to get a pool table and convert it to a D&D table. I'm gonna my God. Okay. I'm better now. But no, we want to convert it for a gaming table and, you know, for live sessions. Thank you. There. There we go. Trying to get rid of that extra red or white that was showing up there. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And I'm going to do a little more red right there. There. Okay. All right, and then we're going to go red down this way. Yeah, I'm hoping I actually find one. If I found one for free, I'd say we go grab it, you know. So I've been keeping an eye out on different sites. I'd find somebody to help us lift the darn thing. Stick it in the Jeep. Oh, come on. There. Being stubborn there. There we go. She's starting to take some shape here now. Yeah, because I have an antique farmhouse table in the dining room, but I could easily move that up into my art room and, you know, have a pool table sitting there set up for gaming. Heck, I'll strip down the sides and wood burn fantasy images all over it too, you know. Oh, I just gave hubby ideas. I am using the three-prong tool here because I'm trying to pack this in. Just a second. Oh, my sinuses are just the worst. This is an ongoing thing. All right. Red on this side. I want to at least get the head and neck done. Before I start sculpting her legs. It's kind of fun doing needle felting at events, too. People will come up and watch what I'm doing all the time. It's kind of funny. I was talking to my mom about what I do on YouTube, and she's like, she said she could never, ever do this because she's one of those artists that does not like people watching her work. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the ear holes in here. Again, same principle as I did with the nose. I don't know. Oh yeah, she's hot and crazy as all get out. That's too big. Yeah, the one year I gave my daughter a model of Sylvanus for Christmas. She really liked it. She has a bit of a crush on Sylvanus. Okay, so all we're doing is just putting a little bit, just a little weird detail in there. That's doesn't need to be anything spectacular. There. And then I think I'm going to take some yellow and we're going to do some details down the center here. Just creating some spikes. Come on, get in there. There. Just short ones because she's just a little thing. I know some people actually, like if they have areas that really need to be pointy, they'll take a little glue and do that. And I might on her teeth just to sharpen them up a little bit. What is this? Okay. And then I'm going to do some black along here too, just to mark where that jowl is. Yeah. You're going to live up to your name and get covered in mud. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this felting mat. I'm going to have to go buy another one. This one I got off of Amazon, and it's just foam, but nope. Not working out so good. That's actually pretty good. Try to even them out a little bit more. That's better. There she is. I'll do more red here and then put that one in. Ooh, nice. Yeah, we're just working on repairing our soil this year and putting new beds in, hopefully. So we can have a good garden next year after all the lead and crap. Okay. And more red. Yeah, we have a room downstairs that I have to finish cleaning up, and we're gonna set up, you know, for like my salads and stuff like that growing down there, because we can shut the door and keep the cats out. Always a plus. Oh, get your wing over there. There we go. You can see how nice she's stiffening up. All that play I had earlier is not there. I'm thinking I might add a couple little spikes here on the sides, but not yet. The cats ate the seedlings last year. My polydactyl was not that smart. So funny though, I finally dreamt of him, which, you know, I think my brain was just shut for a bit because I couldn't deal with losing him. And the first thing I dreamt is that, you know, I let him out the door and he looked at me and purred and mowed once and then went over to the grass to eat the grass. It's like, doggone it, a cat doesn't change, you know. Once a cat, always a cat. And I know that was my brain doing it, but still, it was just like, yeah, uh-huh. Okay, Oscar. Because every time I would take him out on the harness, he wanted to go and gnaw on anything that he could. And I had aloe vera plants. But the girls made sure I don't have aloe vera plants anymore. So now they're trying to tear apart the ficus. me get to, I can't have any plants except for in a shut room. And I have to bar the bottom of the door because it doesn't reach all the way down to the floor. And so Wraith turns himself into a pancake. Of course, Wraith is able to change states of matter. And he gets underneath the door and gets in there. So I have the bottom of the door blocked off. And that's going to have to be a permanent thing to do that. I can't believe I have a cat that changes states of matter so easily. But he does. My slinky black feline with a scorpion tail. He twitches his tail and almost hits himself in the head with it. Just cute. Not so cute when he's drooling all over me. He's one slobbery cat. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm gonna, once I get more of this in, I'm gonna angle it so her head isn't straight. I want her head to have a turn to it. But we're pretty close to being able to get her legs started. There we go. Okay. All right, so now yeah, I have plenty of this goldenrod color. So we're gonna start playing with that. know what I'm doing. I know now. I gotta get a little more black in those spots. Not that I don't think it's gonna matter too much. Because of what I'm going to do, I don't think it's gonna matter that much. There we go. My 5-footer, the scales on the bottom of the neck are actually a lot more three-dimensional than this. I'm actually sculpting the scales as I put them on. But she's a lot smaller, so. So basically that's gonna get done all the way down the tail. Oh, I've learned some hard lessons, trust me. Oh my gosh, I've drawn some serious blood. The last one, though, was freaking hubby out because I was wood carving. And I have a chip knife, so it's a steel knife, handmade. And it's got this real sharp hook on it, and you use it for doing just little chips out of the design. Well, it also makes a great detailer for hand carving, although now I use a Dremel. I can't use it anymore, but it turned out he was talking to me, and we're just sitting at this picnic table at the apartment complex I used to live at, and just having a good conversation, and during all of this, I wrap my hand in paper towel and, trying to keep it from him because he's not the best with a bunch of blood. And so, I'm staunching the blood and everything. I had driven the thing into my thumb, right at the base of my thumb, in the webbing there almost. And, still just holding a conversation and everything while I'm holding my hand. And he finally notices it's up in the air, and he's like, "What did you do?" And I'm like, well, he was not happy with me. I can't figure out why. Like, oh, look at that, I cut myself. It is a really good knife, though. I got it off of an eBay seller that the guy makes his own blades and for wood carving. A really good wood carving knife. Oh, nice. Oh, geez, Celeste. Not that I'm much better. I usually wake up with them like that because I, be half asleep and scratch without thinking and... Like, well, that's a lovely mess. Okay, we are getting somewhere. We're getting a good somewhere here. What time is it? Holy cow. Okay, well, I think I know Mudbrooker's not back yet. But I'm probably going to have to call it because I got to go to the bathroom, make supper. Yeah, that stuff. Oh, Mudbrooker's back just in time for me to say that I'm probably going to have to go make supper, and I definitely got to pee. But this is where I've gotten so far. There's going to be more details along the side here yet, too. That will be next time. Test cat. No, he does the baking. I'm the one who does the cooking. Because I can't bake. Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, it's either going, I don't know what my schedule looks like this week yet. But probably, you know what? I might even get on tomorrow and do some before I have to go to work. We'll work on her some more tomorrow. I think that's what's going to happen. I think that'll work. We'll get more of her done and get her legs sculpted. And she's coming out really cute. They're really cute. I love her eyes. Her eyes are just wicked. Wicked pretty. It's gonna be another one that I'm gonna be so upset if when she finds a new home, because I'm sure she's gonna find a new home at some point. All right, I'm gonna stop playing with the toys I'm making now and get going. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Depends on when I wake up, when I start the stream. So I will talk to you all later. Thank you for popping in. And Celeste, I hope your day is going a lot better. Love you guys. Have a great night. If I can stop this.